Welcome in. Episode 6 of Talk the Plank. I'm your host, Salty Buccaneer. You know me. And welcome in on this beautiful Thanksgiving week. I hope all y'all had a great time with your families, your friends. You got to see some people you haven't seen in a while. And I know I had a great holiday. I will not be showing my stomach because I'm feeling fat as hell right now. But with that being said, it's not Thanksgiving without, you know, Seminoles versus the Gators. And we saw how it got done last night. And my Seminoles came out and chopped them Gators down, bro. Let's do it, man. I'm so happy to have that win under my book. Oh, and Stank, we made a bet on the last episode, bro. I hope you hold to it, bro. You got to go Bruce Arians Foundation, man, and you got to shout out the Seminoles, man. But this ain't a Seminoles podcast. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep it a buck, and we're going Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going up to Cleveland this week, man. We got to get done against the Cleveland Browns. It's gonna be a tough matchup. It's a lot tougher than what the Browns record says that they are, man. And honestly, I've been going back and forth about this game all week, man. I've been saying that we're going to win, we're going to blow them out. And then I've also been feeling like, you know what? The Bucs haven't really shown us much other than that Seahawks game to believe that they won't, take care of business the right way. But we got to hope. And I'm just happy to have Bucs football back, man. Last week was torturous, man. I couldn't stand watching all these other teams play and Tampa Bay is not on TV, man. Like, that was horrible. I'm so glad that Bucs football is back. So let's go in. Let's get this dub, man. Let's get it done. It's against an AFC North opponent that we historically, we fared well, but this division that we've been playing, the AFC North that we've been featuring this year, man, it is tough. God, man, like I can't stand it, man. We lost to the Steelers. We lost to the Ravens. We better not lose to the Browns because I don't think that we're going to beat the Bengals. Like, I have the Bengals circled as a loss, and I've had them circled as a loss all year. Whether or not Jamar Chase plays, I think that, Joe Burrow and that team is going to come in and do their thing. And it's just one of those matchups that I don't think we match up very well. But with that being said, going up to the Browns, we have our hands full. And we need Todd Bowles to lock these guys in. And if you're like me, you've been watching a lot of content on Buccaneers.com. And that in the current series is great. I love that shit, man. I'm addicted. It's like Hard Knocks, but it's for the Buccaneers, and it's great. And we got to see in this latest episode, Todd Bowles. Man, y'all been saying that he doesn't hold these players accountable and that you don't see this fired up, emotional guy, but I don't think you need to because clearly this man is behind closed doors doing it, man. Like, I'm going to read off the quote of what he said in that meeting with the team prior to the Rams game because we needed some juice, man. Like, we weren't getting it done. This is what he said. He said, we got to pick it up mentally, okay? We come in here, our words are accountability. But at the same time, we play hard, we practice hard, but we don't talk. We talk in the cafeteria, we drive each other to work, we go to dinner on Thursday nights as a group. We take all day long. We talk all day long. We get in here and we don't talk. Do you ask your coaches, what's going on? Do you have an input? I don't like this. Maybe if I do this against this guy. You have to win your one-on-one. But do you know what you're doing? Do you know your job inside and out? That's the only thing we're missing. Accountability. It doesn't mean yelling. It means talking to each other. It means holding each other accountable for the job that you want to do. How good do you want to be? How much did it take for you to get here? How much how much will you lose when you leave here? When you're in here, you got to know what the fuck you're doing. I like that he put emphasis on that. That's what we're missing on game day. That's why we don't have the fire on game day. We play hard. Not saying we don't. But when it's time to work, our minds have to click. That's that's okay. We can get the next one. We can make plays if we just play together. Nobody in here is immune to making a mistake. And they pointed out they put a shot at Tom Brady on that one. I like that because nobody's immune to a mistake. Even Tom Brady, the GOAT. Ziga, as we learned from the German game. He's not immune to that either. When we get that, it's got to come from everybody in here accounting for each other. It's a competitive sport. When you get comfortable, you get your nice cars and your nice place, a couple free meals, a couple nice jewelry things, and you get comfortable and you're out on the street. Watch how many people believe in you. All we got is each other. From the Super Bowl until now, all we got is each other. Hold each other accountable. We got great guys in here. But that don't mean you don't have to work. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It's not a job because you grew up playing it when you were broke. Some of us were 5 stars, some of us had no stars. Some of you guys were first rounders, some are free agents. You're all in the same place. You got to come to work. You're going to have problems outside your job all day long as you get older. It's never going anywhere. It's called life. You will never get to the point when you're totally happy. Damn sure. Somebody's going to pass away. R.I.P. Papa White. Somebody's going to get sick. Somebody's going to get hurt. They showed Shaq Barrett on that one. That was a huge blow. That's just life. It's called life. How you deal with it, how you navigate through it, is how successful you'll be at the end. I thought that was great by Todd Bowles, man. I was ready to run through a wall for that man for that. I can't even imagine how all the other Bucs players were feeling after that one. So I'm fired up, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for this game to play. It is 2:30 in the morning, and I don't know if I'm gonna sleep because I'm just waiting for this game, man. I need Bucs football in my life. I'm addicted, good or bad. But getting into the matchups, we all know who the big badass man on the other team is, and that's Myles Garrett. He's one of the best defenders in the league, and we got to keep him the fuck away from Tom Brady. He's only got 3 games this year that he doesn't have a sack in it, and that was against Pittsburgh, the Chargers, and the Miami Dolphins. Now, I know we got a good offensive line, but he's probably going to be matched up on Donovan Smith. So, let's not give this man any opportunities to get sacks, man. He's already at 8.5, and I know he's trying to get to double digits as quick as he can. He also, he's one of the league leaders in hurries, man. So even if he doesn't sack Tom Brady, he's going to be hurrying him, and that could get ugly. Because I know Tom wants to get the ball out quick, and I do not want to go back to how this offense looked prior to the Seattle game where he just wasn't trusting his guys and he was just quick pass, short pass. I want Tom to get some time in that pocket so he can just load it up and let it go, man. Like, we got too much talent on this roster to not be using our weapons correctly. Now, the quarterback we're facing, Jacoby Brissett, we've seen him the past couple of years, actually. We saw him last year against Miami, kicked his ass then. Saw him the year before against the Colts, or not the year before, but 2019 when he was on the Colts, and that was a tough game too. But this dude's having a career year this year, man. He's pretty dangerous in the medium range, 10 to 19 yards. Anywhere he throws, he's rated in the hundreds for his passer rating. Like outside left, he's got a 104.9. He's completed 8 passes for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns that way. Between the numbers, He's at a 107.9, completed 21 passes, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns. Outside right, he's got a passer rating of 115, 17 passes completed, 312 yards, 1 touchdown. Like, this man, I know in years past we've handled him, but we need to handle him really well this year because something is clicking this year, and it might be Amari Cooper, man. This dude, Amari Cooper's got 50 catches, 698 yards, pretty much 700, and 7 touchdowns. Now, he's the only one that's caught more than 1 touchdown out of all their targets. So my game plan is I'm going after Amari Cooper hard, man. We got to press him hard. I do not want to see that soft zone, where we're hanging back 5-10 yards, letting him have all this space underneath. I don't want to get attacked over the top, I understand, but I really don't want him catching a short to medium pass either. So let's stay in front of him. And last but not least, that bad man, Nick Chubb. And if you're a fantasy football player like me that's had Nick Chubb on your team, he's kind of been your wishing well. He gets you your points, and he might be able to get us in the doghouse this week, especially if Vita Vea doesn't play, man. Like, I'm cautiously optimistic he will, but he's got a foot injury. And that's tough, man. Somebody 350 pounds, like, you don't want him messing around out there if he's got a foot injury. So I'm really concerned about Vita Vea. And if we rest him, I will not be mad. That might be the right course of action. But the downside to that is if you do rest Vita Vea, Nick Chubb's going to get off a little bit. He's at 923 rushing yards. And he scored 11 touchdowns. So we really got to lock that up. And that's not even getting into Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, also dangerous, man. It's a two-headed monster. This is a tough matchup. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the record says for Cleveland. This is going to be a hard game. I still think we win. If I got to put a score on it, I want to say that we're going to get over 24 points. So let's take 27, all right? And at the same time, defense has been stepping up, but I still think that Cleveland's going to at least get 21. So let's go 27-21. And, it might be pretty close towards the end. So I don't know. My gut says win, but my mind says I'm still not ready to trust this team a little bit. I hope we turned the corner when we were in Germany and we got it going, and we saw a lot of stuff click. But some of you are more optimistic than me. Usually, I'm pretty optimistic about the Bucs, man. I love this team, man. I just want to see them win. Bucky wants to see them win. Like, let's get in there, handle our business, get it done, and come home, because Monday Night Football is right around the corner, and you know who's coming to town. It's those damn New Orleans Saints, man. And we're gonna have some great content for Saints Week, but that's in the future. We got to handle business now. I'm gonna get this episode up. We're gonna get it going tomorrow. Lock it in. Let's get together. Let's hold each other accountable. And hopefully, we're going to be going into Monday Night Football at 6-5. So, with that being said, glad you tuned in. This is going to be a short episode. It is now 2:45 in the morning. I need to take my ass to bed. I'm going to try to sleep. You can find me at SaltyBuck91. You can also find Ashley at EMT_Ashley, ASHLIE. She will be back soon. I know I've been promising that, but she is coming back, and we're going to have a great couple of episodes for you with some great guests. Keep it locked in. Talk the plank. All right, baby.